She's angry.
The beginning of the stream is you fucking laughing. What the hell? You fucking nerd.
Fuck you too.
No, sorry, not allowed. I was just gonna fucking, I guess, I don't know, wait for people. Mm.
So Jess is
Is
gonna
it
get
good?
food.
Okay. Mm.
Oh, that's fucking funny. Okay, anyway.
We're
I have
just
one
literally, we're literally just waiting for people. Come mutate.
waiting. Oh no, there's one person. Hi.
Sammy! I.
Wait, it's Sammy! Yay! Sammy!
Bruh, don't do that.
That thinks we got a fucking heart attack. Like, who the fuck are you? What happened to Dragon?
This came in today, but it's missing a product for some fucking reason. And I love how it's the first product on the list that you gave me.
The first of many.
Yeah, it's the one that's supposed to be the largest amount or largest
Quote,
product or some
quote,
shit,
the
but
largest product in the world.
listen, if it's the largest product in the world, it might as well fucking be so taller than you and bigger than you that it's gotta whoop your ass.
Wait, that's yourself?
Fucking.
Don't talk about yourself that way. Is that dragon in the... Oh, you
In
just...
my pocket?
Yes. I miss you, Sammy. I miss you, satanic thing bastardness.
Okay,
I miss you.
calm the fuck down, because I have a question for him, alright? Calm your
Okay.
ass. Hi, Spooky.
Hey,
S-
capital
Sammy,
dragon.
I know you probably haven't seen the message, and there goes Big
Oh,
Ed.
god damn it. Big Ed, what the fuck you doing here?
Um,
Motherfucker, now you said
do
food in the
you
moment.
want to, for fuck's sake, do you want to come up on panel tonight to do the taste testing with me, or should we pick another day? And I'm not really too surprised that Big Ed has said that.
Motherfucker, what are you doing here? I thought you... It's
Okay.
cold outside. You're supposed to be, like, sleeping in your cave. Motherfucker. You should hibernate in the cold while you're here.
I love how fucking spooky it's just in all caps goes, Dragon!
Speaking,
I
when you
can't.
become my fan,
Uh, whatever time you're available, really. I mean, tonight. I mean, it's really up to you
oh
on
dear.
on the time. What are you saying, oh dear, for?
Nothing. Nothing. I'm just hearing Jess been struggling over there of getting food.
So just to let you guys know, he's up here and he's in a call with Jess, which I swear he's turning into Jess at this point.
I'm just full with like lovely, lovely, and funny ass moments and shit like that. I don't know. I'm probably... Well, I probably should just get more lemonade. I made a
Oh
new fresh
god.
batch of lemonade today.
Well, that's concerning.
Dragon is
Dragon
love.
is
Dragon
love,
is money.
dragon is life.
Wait, there's a
I don't
cult
know how
now
to respond to that. Question
on
mark.
as sweet. Thank you too. Is this a
It
cult
is
now?
1:05 p.m. right now. Um, which is usually when we do this show on Mondays, or at least try to.
So if you
Ex-
want to catch more, subscribe to server and wait two more, so you can watch more of this bullshit. I'm reading a script, by the way. She sent me a fucking script. There's a twat who
I'm gonna
sent me
kick
again.
your ass. Okay, you need to lay off the fucking lemonade. Lay off the fucking lemonade, goddamn you.
What the fuck are you
Jesus.
talking about? I have lemonade money. I see real colors.
Whoever
This is the
whoever is closer to actually no. Big Ed, can you go do something with Dragon, please,
fuck
to
off,
calm
big
his
head.
ass down?
No, no, no. I football, damn it. Where's my cross? Where's my holy mother?
Where's my curse? Oh, I'm fucking dead. I have to. I already posted it on Twitter. Oh god.
Are you dying over there?
Quietly hands dragging another lemonade. Love you too, Sammy.
Thank you, Sammy.
Oh, that sound. I'm not even gonna say what's on my mind of what I thought you sounded like.
What
Mm-mm.
the fuck
No,
you think I
I'm
sound
not
like?
going
You
down that road.
motherfucker.
No, I'm not going down that rabbit road.
Hmm. Hmm.
Nope, 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 nope. So what we're gonna be really doing today is I have personally found a great podcast that is
Amazing.
based
No,
on
no, it's amazement podcast. I did not. I only heard three of them, three or four, and it's the best. And love you, server. I'm gonna mute myself. Come here, dragon, and ban. No, 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 no,
Oh, that's
no,
fucking
no,
awesome.
no.
I'm keeping that. I'm
I'm muting
taking a
myself.
screenshot of
I
that
don't like
comment.
wolves. I don't like wolves. I hate wolves. Motherfucker,
Then
get
why
away
the
from me.
fuck are you here if you hate wolves, asshole?
Huh. Yeah, yeah.
I
Now
got you there, didn't I,
I'm gonna
bitch?
mute. I'm
Uh,
gonna talk to Jess now. So I'll be here, but not me.
So what I was trying to fucking say, also hi bone, um, was basically I have found the amazing podcast. I mean, I'm also the one that found the Fort Abuse one. Well, technically, it was my mom did, but you know. This podcast is based on true stories, and it's amazing. If you've ever heard of the actor Misha Collins, he is lead actor in Supernatural of Castiel. Love the dude. And in this podcast, he plays as a character named Jeremy, who he's pretty sure actually the actual main character here. It is pretty interesting. It's funny. It's good, and I want to share it to this channel. I have shared it to Dragon. He liked it. Of course, he didn't really finish it, so we're starting it on the channel because it was kind of hard to understand through the car radio. Dragon is just slumming it while he waits for hobbits to appear.
Hey, 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 you bastard! Get out of my fucking head. Well,
I'm taking that comment as
god
well.
damn phantom.
Mm.
We have enough. Yeah.
Spooky is like the fucking one of the other best people in here. Love you, Spooky. I have to find a second shirt. I do not like the fucking new goddamn Discord thing. This is really annoying me.
Yeah, Discord got an update. The whole
Yeah,
thing
on
got
phones.
like phones.
Stupid. Yes, it's stupid on phones.
Hold on, I'm looking at this.
I had shared a link out to someone.
Oh God,
just
you're
in
right.
case.
You're so stupid.
I fucking told you. Alright. So, this has about. I forget how many fucking chapters. I think like 20 chapters, maybe more. Yeah, at least 22 chapters. They are about 30 something minutes each. Well, one of them is like 44. So it really depends on how much of it we actually review today. And I'm actually kind of really excited to share this with the channel, to be honest.
And talk about it.
That too. Kind of already introduced it, so.
If your
And of
business
course
needs a
the
new
fucking
application,
ads.
then developers will
But
have to
I
write
cannot
code,
fucking hear.
a lot of code.
Why?
If an application needs to be modernized, then you'll need time, resources, and caffeine. If this sounds daunting, then use Watson X Code Assistant. AI designed to multiply developer productivity so you can generate code quickly. Let's create a more modern foundation for business with Watson X Code Assistant. IBM, let's create.
I'm thrilled to welcome Deion Sanders to the University of Colorado.
And Grim and Mild from Aaron.
In a minute. He's changing the face of college football. Give me my theme music! Coach Prime.
And why do you like doing this?
What the fuck? There we go.
Once we finish circling the whole lake, I'll officially have done every trail of Freetown.
And why do you like doing this?
Come on, look at this place, it's gorgeous.
Jeremy!
Dad?
For decades, this area has been a hotbed for paranormal sightings. Everything from Bigfoot and UFOs to cult activity and animal sacrifice.
Why?
I think there's a lot that we don't know about. Monsters, wormholes, witchcraft. This is a strange place, this part of the country.
Ed?
Yeah, server, do you broke this?
Ed, where are you?
Something about it just doesn't feel right.
I'm sorry, what?
Do you broke this?
No, why?
I don't know. Okay, Anna. Love you. Bye.
Uh-huh.
Right, I know what I saw.
This otherworldly corner of southeastern Massachusetts, the Bridgewater Triangle.
Have you ever been in Freetown Forest at night? I wouldn't recommend it.
It's happening again.
Strange things were happening back then, and strange things are happening again now.
All of this has an explanation, as I'm sure everything in 1980 had a rational explanation too. We just gotta find it.
What is it?
I think I found something.
They're coming toward us.
Run.
iHeartRadio and Grim and Mild presents Bridgewater, starring Misha Collins, Melissa Ponzio, and Nathan Fillion. Created by Aaron Mankey and written by Lauren Shippen. Listen to the first 2 episodes on August 6th and subscribe to the show for free on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Learn more at grimandmild.com/Bridgewater.
Mother Nature in all her splendor.
Sure, if you like that sort of thing.
Trust me, it'll grow on you.
I just see endless trees. Central Park had plenty of those. I don't need miles and miles of it.
Okay, but was Central Park haunted?
No way.
Freetown State Forest is hella haunted. People see all sorts of weird stuff in here. I mean, take this lake. Apparently, in the 70s, they found blood and strange symbols all over this rock cliff. A lot of it has been covered over in graffiti now, but if you look closely, you can still see some carvings. And they say, when it rains, the rocks get slick with red, like they're weeping blood. See, right up there? I think you can see some carvings. Oh, yeah, there, look. Dude, where'd you go? No, seriously, you're freaking me out. Okay, this isn't funny, Daniel. God damn it, you scared me. You shouldn't mess around with this stuff. What is it?
I think I found something.
Spooky.
Okay, come on in, settle down, find a seat. I see we have some more folks in class today. It's maybe a few seniors who remembered that they need a history class to graduate, perhaps? Well, you're in the right place. Folklore and fact, an exploration into unusual America. It's a pretty interesting way to get a history credit, if I do say so myself. Now, don't worry, if you're just joining us, you didn't miss anything too important in the first class. We just had the chant circle and the blood pact. But if you can promise me your firstborn, I can promise you that you'll get a passing grade. Sound fair? Okay, but in all seriousness, the reading list that I handed out in the last class is online, and you can just let me or my TA, Vipin, stand up. Let us know if you have a hard time chasing down any of the texts. Actually, don't let me know, let Vipin know. Okay. So, folklore and fact. Why we're all here. I see a couple of familiar faces from last semester's witchcraft class. Hi. Couldn't get enough of the occult, huh? Well, I get it. I have dedicated my life to this stuff because human beings, we are fascinated by the strange and the unusual, the inexplicable. We like to get into the dark and the macabre corners of our world, scary stories and urban myths and folklore and all of these things. They're there because they help us explore the gruesome truths of humanity in a safe environment because stories can't hurt us. Now, some might argue that ghosts and monsters can hurt us, but the veracity of folklore isn't important because, of course, none of it is true. And I realize that might be a disappointment to some of you, but no, this class is not going to be an exploration into the validity of any supernatural claims. This is an academic class. Our pursuit this semester is not paranormal, but anthropological. What can legends throughout time tell us about history, about people? Why did the Salem witch trials happen in that time and in that place and with those people? Why is Area 51 such an enticing mystery for Americans in the 20th century and the 21st century? Why do people of southeastern Massachusetts believe that this area is a magnet for supernatural activity? That's right. Our first topic this semester starts right here in Bristol County. For decades, this area has been a hotbed for paranormal sightings, everything from Bigfoot and UFOs to cult activity and animal sacrifice. In the 1970s, there was a renowned cryptozoologist, Lauren Coleman, who gave this otherworldly corner of southeastern Massachusetts its other name, the Bridgewater Triangle. I'm sure most of you have heard of the Bermuda Triangle. It's a large patch of the ocean where boats have gone missing and wormholes have been reported and aliens spotted. The Bridgewater Triangle is similar, though it's much smaller in scope. It comprises about 200 square miles. We've got towns, we've got wilderness, a couple of farms, but our triangle has a greater variety of sightings and happenings. So if you can think of a bit of folklore or paranormal legend, chances are someone has reported experiencing it in the Bridgewater Triangle. Go ahead, toss something out. What have you got?
Ghosts.
Child's play, of course. More than that can count.
Alien abduction.
70s, chock full of UFOs.
Witches.
Ditto with the satanic rituals in the woods. 70s were a very interesting time. Come on, we're splashing in the shallow end here. Let's get to the weird stuff. Come on, what have you got? Give me your best shot.
Basilisks?
Basilisks. Now we're talking. Not really, no basilisks, but there have been several sightings of giant snakes, some of which were actually verified as giant snakes. What else?
Fairies.
Good. No fairies, strictly speaking, though there have been plenty of encounters with strange, small, humanoid creatures luring unsuspecting hikers into the woods, which sounds like the workings of the Fey realm to me. Now, for the next several weeks, we're going to be looking at all of these and more. Given the diversity of the supernatural activity in this part of the country, we're going to be using the Bridgewater Triangle as a framework to study specific legends and to talk about how they made their way into this area and into the fabric of the local culture. Not to mention, we live here, so it's going to be a little bit more fun. Yes?
Professor Bradshaw?
Yeah.
Mike.
What about disappearances?
Well, as with most of these places, the paranormal activity in this area is largely just fabricated and harmless. Bigfoot isn't going around murdering people.
Okay, so I do want to point out that when I say that this story or these stories that this podcast is going to be literally talking about
there's two of location. The Bridgewater Triangle is you do some weird shit. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm taking the spotlight. My apologies.
No, that's not why I did
Oh.
that. Dominic texted me. He's like, I could see you on your stream. No shit, dumbass. I put it in the fucking server, asshole. I was trying to answer Cece's question though.
Let's talk
No,
about
fuck you, Dom.
like the story did say there's two different Bermuda triangles. Is one in the ocean and one on land in the forest.
Yes.
I think I'm saying that wrong. My apologies, folks. Now, but many people did say crazy shit always happen in weird, spooky forest. What happened?
This is. I was trying to answer Cece's question, and I was trying to start with something else.
Okay. You answer the question. I will be on for this corner. Try to finish it.
So the name. So the name of the channel is not necessarily a channel. There's CC. This is actually a podcast full of true stories. It's so. Can you shut up, Dominic? I'm trying to fucking talk, asshole.
Dominic, if you can hear me, Miss Ryan was server more entertainment. What we're trying to say is, this story was made like a book with non-fiction character. but would sprinkle in two stories about missing people, like satins and stuff. Like
Yes.
also
So
encrypt things.
basically, these are based on true stories that happened over the years of the Bridgewater Triangle. I'm gonna kick his ass because he just said, "Tell Jagger to shut up." Not gonna happen. Um, and second of all, that I actually, in fact, live in this Bridgewater Triangle. So this podcast here kind of creates like a twist and makes you think of like what's gonna happen next, kind of a thing. Of like, oh, what happened with these guys? What's gonna happen with these guys now? Or, what do you think will happen? Um, like I said, these are based on true stories, and this has been around for like 2 years. Well, the podcast has been around for 2 years, but the Bridgewater Triangle sightings and all that shit has been around for years. And reason why I'm doing this is because of, well, Steven. He's the one that actually talked about it first. He talked about the Bridgewater Triangles and some stories from there. And from For the Booze. And then we didn't really realize that there was an actual podcast of actors playing some fictional characters, um telling the story and acting it out. Like it's actually pretty kind of cool. um so the more you listen to this, the more you're gonna learn of what goes on in this Bridgewater Triangle. Um, for instance, my mom, she has specifically seen the Mothman go by in front of her car. Stephen has experienced going into Freetown himself, which mostly has a lot of the sightings. Um, to where they talk about the cliff, they talk about these things that actually happen that shouldn't happen, that still kind of exists but makes you want to question on um why it's happening or where
And
did
I
it
want
come from.
I apologize. I do not want to jump
Mhm.
in so quick in. Um, I remember the last time it was yesterday. She told me um, her mom just saw the Mothman, and
Mhm.
I was shocked and pissed because one, why the crap you don't have a dash cam? Like what there? That's be
This
perfect
was
for a dash cam.
years ago. This was way before my brother and I were even born.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fine, fine, fine. I didn't know that part. So how'd you do?
I said that it was years ago. Damn.
That's true.
So yeah, basically, Cece, to answer your question, it's not necessarily of a channel. It's more of a story to listen to. That's actually a little bit better. I'm sorry to say this, but it is kind of a little bit better than For the Booze, because there's some things that they kind of do that makes me want to question certain things. But this one has more of an interest, and even reviewing the Bridgewater Triangle episode made me reconsider of going forward. You shut the fuck up, child. This is a ghost channel, not a fun channel, you asshat. For fuck's sake. He needs to fucking learn. So far, the beginning of this episode was all about of they're pretty much trying to figure out what might be inside of the Bridgewater Triangle. aka Freetown, more likely. What the actual fuck? Are you on fucking drugs, kid? Yeah, he's definitely on something. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue with this episode. I swear to God, with this child.
But people have disappeared.
Yes, it's a large area. All sorts of crime have happened: disappearances, kidnappings, accidents, murders. Yeah. It's often easier for people to blame that on ghosts or cults or or giant snakes. But that psychological impulse, that is something that we will be studying in depth.
Your dad went missing, right?
Excuse me?
In Freetown State Forest. I grew up here and my grandma never let me go hiking because of a cop that disappeared in the 70s. You said that's when a lot of weird stuff was happening.
Yeah. Every semester always has one local who's up on the family legend. Yes, my father did go missing when I was a child, and it was related to some cult activity. It was nothing supernatural. It was just your run-of-the-mill 70s satanic group.
They murdered him?
No, I can't say that. His body was never found. It's a cold case, but, well, 40 years go by and you assume the guy isn't coming back. Okay, thank you. Now that we've gotten past that little bit of history.
It's still a cold case? Even with the badge they found?
I'm sorry?
The cops, they found a badge in the woods a few days ago. The day before yesterday, I think.
What are you talking about?
I read about it on Reddit.
Reddit?
Yeah, there's a whole Bridgewater Triangle subreddit.
Okay, what was it saying?
There's someone who posts a lot whose girlfriend or boyfriend or something works for the police, and they said they found your dad's old police badge in the woods. They might open up the case again.
Huh, I had not heard anything about that.
What do you think happened to him?
I think that Reddit is about as reliable as reports of UFOs. Right. Well, Mike, that was an interesting diversion. Let's get back to the task at hand, shall we?
The Volvo Holiday Safely Sales Event is the perfect time to feel the magic of the holidays.
This is your captain speaking. We've got...
Hello?
Hey, Mom.
Oh, Jeremy, what a pleasant surprise. Hi.
Have you gotten a call from the Freetown police?
What? No. Is everything okay? Are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's just there was a kid in my lecture today.
Oh, of course. Your semester's begin. How's it going?
It's fine. Whatever. That's not why I called. One of my students said that they found Dad's badge in the woods. Mom?
Well, what exactly do you mean?
When they closed Dad's case, did they find anything, any evidence of a body or anything?
You know your father is dead, right? He died 40 years ago.
Mom, I know. But did the station ever give you any of his personal effects?
We got the things from his locker at the station. An extra uniform, a picture he kept of you.
And his badge wasn't in there.
No, I assumed it was on him when he went missing.
And you haven't heard anything? No one tried to get in touch with you?
It was a long time ago. This doesn't change anything.
I know it doesn't. I just, would just be nice to have.
He'll just be a moment.
Thank you.
Can I get you anything? Water? Coffee?
Wow, full service around here.
Slow day.
Right.
Mr. Bradshaw?
Yes. Hello. Are you Captain Haddock?
Please call me Martin.
Right, Martin.
You're Thomas Bradshaw's boy.
That's right.
He was a very good man, your dad. I'd only been on the force a year when he went missing.
You found something?
Yes, we did. Come on through. Please take a seat.
Did you really find my father's badge?
Yeah, we did.
Why was I not informed?
We had to put it through evidence and processing, verify it was his, talk to the witnesses.
So what did happen? Who found it?
A couple of hikers. It was just under Assinet Ledge.
That's the one that's by the water, right?
Yep.
What else did they find?
Nothing. Just the badge. Must have washed up in the recent storm.
Right.
So, now that we've processed it, you're welcome to it.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Martin.
Yeah, no problem. I'm sorry that I don't have more to tell you.
No, that's okay. I wasn't actually expecting anything. It'll be good to have a little piece of him.
Yeah.
That's all right. I will see myself out. Thank you.
Have a good day, son.
Yep, you too. What the hell?
Excuse me, Mr. Bradshaw.
No, I was just in there.
I know, but the captain has just gone into a meeting. Is there something I can help you with?
What the hell is this?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't see
This badge is pristine.
Okay.
It's 40 years old, and they just found it in the woods.
Once it was processed through evidence, they cleaned it off for you.
What? They cleaned it off? How'd they clean it off? With a time machine? Look at this. That badge looks practically brand new. If it's been in the forest for 4 decades, then why is there no wear and tear? There's no erosion, there's no decay. Leather and metal. And there's no mold, no rust.
That is odd.
Yeah, I need to talk to Captain Haddock.
I'm sorry, sir. He's in meetings for the rest of the day.
Then can I talk to the hikers who found the badge?
We can't give out that information. I can try to talk to Captain Haddock for you. If you leave me your number, I'll follow up.
Okay, what's your name?
Officer Bautista, sir. Maria.
All right, thank you, Officer Batista. I know I'm sounding alarmist, but this is...
Strange. Yeah.
What's strange?
Look at this.
Oh, vintage. Love it.
Yeah, but it doesn't look very vintage, does it? This badge went missing in 1980 with my father.
Oh, yeah, this is the one they found in the woods? Thomas Bradshaw was your dad?
Yeah, except this doesn't look like it was found in the woods. It looks 4 years old, not 40.
No offense, but you sound like Becca.
Who?
Ann Becca, a retired police officer. She comes in here every couple of months with some new theory about your dad. Guess she worked a case back in 80 and went all cracked in the head. The stories some of the older guys around here tell about her, sounds like she was crazy from the start.
Officer McDermott, don't you have work to do?
Right. Sorry.
I'm sorry about him. He doesn't have the brain to mouth filter the rest of us do.
That's all right. What can you tell me about Ann Becker?
Jeremy, I'm sorry. I don't understand what you're saying.
Mom, this badge, it looks like it was just in Dad's pocket. It's like, I don't know, it's like I'm holding the 70s in my hand. It still feels warm. I mean, I can practically smell his aftershave on it.
Well, you used to love dressing up in your dad's uniform. It's no surprise all of that is rushing back.
What if these hikers, what if they were lying? What if they found something else with the badge? Something that was maybe covering it or protecting it from the elements or something?
Why would they do that?
I don't know, but I'm telling you, this badge has not been out in the wilderness since 1980. I don't know. Apparently there's a retired police officer who was on the original case and hasn't let it go. And I'm going to just go try and talk to her tonight and see what she thinks.
I don't know why you want to dredge up such ancient history.
Because his murder never got solved. I don't know, maybe you're okay with that, but I'm not.
I thought you made peace with it, Jeremy.
I did too. I thought I did. Mom, you know this is what I do. When I don't understand something, I learn everything I can about it. That's why I became an academic.
I know.
You know, one of the officers down at the station said that this retired cop was a bit off her rocker, but I still think it's worth seeing for myself.
What did you say her name was again?
Ann Becker. Mom, do you know her?
Don't talk to Ann Becker.
Why?
That woman doesn't know what she's talking about. Do you understand? She is unstable and a liar, and I won't have you asking her any questions.
Okay, Mom, what the hell are you talking about?
You listen to me, Jeremy. Don't go digging up your father's grave in this way.
Mom, I'm not digging up my...
Please. Okay, honey, I have to go. Your dad just put lunch on the table.
My stepdad.
I wish you could just move here, Jeremy. Maybe if you were close by.
I can't, Mom. You know that.
There's nothing for you in Freetown, Jeremy. There never has been.
Mom, I can't. I can't just leave.
Well, let's just come for a visit soon, right? Some California sunshine might do you good.
Okay.
Okay, I thank you for calling. It was nice to hear your voice, Jeremy.
Yeah, you too.
Oh, hey, sorry. I didn't think you'd still be in your office this late. Should I come back?
Oh, hey, Vipin. No, you can come on in.
I pulled out those records that you asked for.
Sorry, what records?
The UFO ones, history of sightings in North America, remember?
Yes, right. UFOs, not exactly my strong suit.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised you're actually teaching them this semester, not to mention dedicating a whole chapter of the book to them. Yeah, it's a bit different from the usual religious and regional stories. I actually took a quick skim of all these, and there's not a unifying origin point anywhere.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess UFO sightings have been in the collective imagination for long enough that I think the trend has become culturally significant. I mean, if you think about it, the lack of an origin point can probably tell us just as much about our society as a whole as localized folklore steeped in religious beliefs can.
Plus, UFOs have been sighted in the Bridgewater Triangle.
Will you go on and just say whatever it is you're going to say?
No, I wasn't saying anything about.
Come on, just spit it out.
Okay, the last lecture section today.
Yeah.
What was did you? I mean, was he? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. You know how this place is the smallest town in the world? Well, everyone knows everyone else's business, and I just gotta roll with it.
Yeah. No, I get that, but it was the first time someone knew your business before you.
Yeah, I guess that was new.
And?
And what?
You left the lecture hall pretty quickly after class.
Yeah, I went to get my father's badge. That student who, oh my God, what's his name?
Mike.
Mike was right. Some hikers found my dad's badge in the woods. It's, I don't know. I guess it's actually nice to have a little bit of him after all these years.
I'm really sorry, Professor.
No, really, don't be. I've lived my entire life without my father. I at this point, don't even know what to miss.
I don't think that's how it works.
Nothing.
Well, I'm glad you got some closure or a memento. I don't know. I guess you weren't really expecting any answers, huh?
Nope. I'm not sure I'll ever have any answers.
Who are you? What do you want?
Mrs. Becker?
I won't ask you again. Who are you and what do you want?
My name is Jeremy Bradshaw.
Oh my God. So you are.
Have we met?
A very, very long time ago. How old are you now? 50?
45 actually, but thanks.
I was never good with kids. They all look the same to me.
We met when I was a kid.
You don't remember, huh?
I don't. I'm sorry.
Oh, trust me. Shouldn't be sorry. Better off.
Why?
Okay, so now that I know who you are, do you want to come in and tell me what you want?
Yeah, that does look like it's about to rain. You worked on my dad's case.
I was on the force at the time, yeah.
When did you retire?
nearly 15 years ago. I did my 20 years of service, a couple of years at the desk, and then got out. It wasn't the friendliest career for a woman, you know, especially in the 80s and 90s, and especially after.
Yeah, I can imagine. But you still go back there every couple of months?
Who told you that?
I was down at the station earlier today picking up this.
Where did you get this?
Some hikers found it in the woods.
Oh. And what else did they find?
Nothing. Mrs. Becker.
Ms. Never married. Not that it matters. Just call me Anne.
Anne, are you still looking into my father's case?
That case is closed.
Yeah, but that's not what I asked.
What do you want from me?
I just want to know why you've come back to the station recently. I just talked to Officer Batista.
Maria. She's a nice girl. Smart.
Yeah, she told me that you've been trying to get Captain Haddock to reopen the case.
You remember the Satanic Panic, don't you?
Yeah, of course. Evangelical Christians spreading fear about satanic rituals throughout America. It's an interesting conspiracy phenomenon, actually, because...
Well, I would think the thing that would interest you about it is the fact that it's what they blamed your dad's disappearance on.
Yeah, but he was investigating a satanic cult, wasn't he, that was active in the Freetown Forest? He wouldn't have been the first person to get lost in there, and it's completely plausible that the cult found him and murdered him. But either way, blaming it on the cult makes sense.
There's nothing about what happened to Thomas that makes sense. You think that you understand these woods, but I have lived next to them for 45 years. Strange things were happening back then, and strange things are happening again now. And all those fools down at the station, they won't admit it. Mm-mm.
Okay, I see what this is.
What? What are you talking about?
You know, I remember all sorts of kooks calling and coming to our home and trying to convince my mother that her husband was the victim of some sort of monster in the forest. I gotta say, I would have thought a police officer would be above that sort of wild theorizing, but I guess I was wrong.
Uh-huh. So they told you that I was crazy, right? Didn't they? The police? They said it back then too, when I didn't buy into the panic, when I thought maybe there was more going on. I was dismissed.
Okay, what more do you think was going on?
I mean, you know that there's never been any substantiated evidence of satanic ritual abuse. Like you said, it was the Christian fundamentalists. American values gone completely haywire. Paranoia getting the best of us. Paranoia got the best of the Freetown police, too.
There was evidence of cult activity in the woods.
Yeah, hippie gatherings mostly. All the actual animal mutilations came later, though that is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to what goes on around here.
Cool. So what do you think happened? A puckwudgie got him? Maybe a thunderbird came and took him away?
Well, I think there's a lot that we don't know about. You know, monsters, wormholes, witchcraft. This is a strange place. This part of the country, you know. Just before Thomas went missing, this area got a name for itself.
Yeah, the Bridgewater Triangle.
Yeah.
I teach folklore at the university.
Now, why would you want to go and do that after growing up with all those kooks, turning your father's disappearance into something it so clearly wasn't?
Okay, I should go. Thank you.
Wait. Don't forget this. You might want to go to the lake. Take a look around. I'm sure the police missed something.
Wait a second. How did you know that this was found at the lake?
Well, where else would it have turned up?
I'm sorry. Oh, I don't know.
I told you. Strange things are happening.
Okay. Can I just ask you, this doesn't look like it's been in the woods for 40 years, does it?
It sure doesn't.
No. Okay. I gotta go. Thanks, Miss Becker. Anne, sorry. I will...
Just here. It's my home phone number. I still use a landline, no self-service out here. I've actually had the same tape machine since the 70s. They don't make things like they used to.
What's up?
Oh, nothing. I just, the message light, it wasn't on when I got home and the phone hasn't rung all evening, so.
Maybe it finally gave up the ghost after 40 years.
Maybe. You need to be careful, Bradshaw. Things aren't what they seem.
Right. Well, I will get out of your hair.
Call me. When you want to know more, you call.
Sure. Thanks.
Well, it looks like you were right. Seems like there is a storm on the way.
You have one unheard message.
What?
And you need to help. Lake, you were right. It isn't what it seems. It's happening again. And it will all end this time. One way or another.
Bridgewater was created by Aaron Mahnke.
I'm thrilled.
Okay. So to really unpack the first chapter, it pretty much sounds like the fact that something turned up in Freetown, hikers found it, turned it to the police, and then the son.
That's in my mind.
Then the son of the disappeared relative is trying to find some answers. Basically, he goes to the police first, then he goes after and goes talk to the partner of his father to see if she has any answers, and some little fight happens that he's trying to understand and that she's trying to understand. But it sounds like to me that she's just bringing everything upon him way too quickly.
Yeah, and I want to put something interesting happen in the story. The mother, the mother,
Mm-hmm.
she's acting suspicious as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, like she's scared or like she's trying to keep something away from like her son.
She's trying to shield him away from whatever she thinks that Anne is gonna do to him. Basically, I'm
Into
Spooky said that Captain Haddock sounds fishy to me. First of all, no comment with the pun.
Huh.
Second of all, he might sound fishy,
But
but he
I feel
doesn't
like
really
he's like
do
a normal
much.
dude. A normal dude. He doesn't know nothing.
Yeah, he doesn't really know anything. I mean, he is lead captain of the police force, but he doesn't really show up a whole lot. So you'll find out more about it later on.
And I want to put the voice message on her the girl, the woman, intimacy.
Jeremy's, yeah.
Jamie's.
Well,
Her name?
you're talking about Anne's answering machine, but
Intimacy. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say Jeremy's father, but
No, no. I should say that intimacy. My mistake. Was have his father voiced onto it.
mm,
It sounds like he's talking to a different dimension because
right.
the old technology now like we have today cannot touch or tap into everything else. Like if you remember, old technology can like go completely pick up anything you want to hear, like the old voice like mail, like because probably never flashed red. because someone already called her and tell her that about what you're saying, like it's happened again.
Right.
Like it sound like the forest will open its doors to attack. Like if like wander people like us, like us, um,
Okay.
will walk in and like, oh, la la la, I'm a person who want to take I want to have clout for my YouTube channel, and they see a beast come out of the woods with growling and hits and got snatched. Because I think everything good 40 years or something like that, people went missing. I have no clue. I just make a theory, like a sad theory or something shit. But uh yeah, this be it. I have nothing else to say. Um
Okay.
I'm kinda stoked to hear more. So Silver, you take up the mental.
Alright, I think we're gonna do chapter 2 and then talk about that and then probably call it, because I don't want to do too much in each stream of it. But yeah, I think my plan here really is to do at least 2 episodes a stream to make it more interesting, but also not to give out too much info. So
Thrilled to welcome Deion Sanders to the University.
3D audio and grim and mild from Aaron Mankey. Headphones recommended. For full exposure, listen with headphones. Listener discretion advised.
Dad? Dad! Where are you? Dad? Jeremy! Dad!
Yeah.
Good morning, Professor.
Morning.
Professor Bradshaw, did you sleep here?
No, no. I got here a few hours ago and I couldn't sleep, and I was just trying to get some work done, and I guess my own writing was the thing that finally put me to sleep.
Okay, I have to ask, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I was just having a dream. I got lost in Freetown Forest once.
Am I supposed to know what that means?
No, I forgot. But when I was a little boy, my dad and I went hiking in the woods, and I guess hiking's probably a strong word. We went for walks. We went for walks all the time. He just loved that forest. And there was this one time when I guess I saw something and wandered off, and then when I turned around, I'd lost him. Except that was broad daylight. It wasn't night.
Right. Well, that's good, right? I'm sure it was easier to find you.
No. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. I just woke up from a dream just now about that day, except it was pitch black and there was something behind me. Ugh. Just feeling a little feeling unsettled. I guess it's all of the Old memories being dredged up.
Well, I can say this from personal experience that I doubt falling asleep on your desk helps much with feeling settled.
Yeah, you are probably right. What are you doing here so early?
Well, I am glad you asked because I went down a bit of a rabbit hole last night, but it was so fun.
I can see that. Wow, is this all about Ann Becker?
Yep, the one and only Ann Becker.
Oh, Vipin, why?
Because I don't think she's crazy.
Okay.
Okay, just hear me out. She has closed more disappearance cases, hikers, kids, even a missing dog once, than anyone else in this entire county. I found local news clippings, public records, some news segments from the early 90s. I mean, this lady, she is a hero to a lot of people. And then the frickin' force, they just edged her out. I just think when you meet her, you should go in with an open mind.
Oh, Vipin, I already met her.
What?
Yeah, I went to see her last night. I don't know what to tell you. She thinks my dad encountered some kind of a monster or wormhole or something. I mean, it's nuts. It's something down by the lake. That's what she says.
Right. Okay, yeah, but in her defense, water has been known to be a conduit for all sorts.
Oh my God, Vipin, it is not real. None of it is real, and you know that.
No, I don't know that. I know that, we should just have a healthy sense of skepticism, but...
That is what I have. You cannot be skeptical about skepticism.
No, I know that. I know that we don't know everything, Professor. I am skeptical of anyone who claims to understand everything about our world, but there is so much that's unexplainable.
But it's not unexplainable. There is a rational explanation for everything. We just have to find it.
Is there? Because look, right here, in 1981, a year after your father went missing, there's...
Yes, thank you. I can do the math.
A motorist ran over an 18-foot boa constrictor. Becker herself is quoted in this article saying, nothing surprises them anymore. It wasn't the first or the last time that they found an enormous snake in this area with no explanation of its origins. I mean, come on.
Vipin, people have weird hobbies. Maybe someone was breeding them and setting them free. Maybe it escaped from a kid's terrarium.
Okay, maybe. But I kept digging, and sightings of giant snakes go back all the way to the 20s. There are some things that you can't explain, Professor.
No, there are things that I can't explain yet. That doesn't mean that my dad encountered something supernatural, okay? He was investigating a cult. End of story.
With Ann Becker. She was the other police officer on the case, and she doesn't believe the cult theories.
Yeah, I know. Okay, Vipin, why are you bothering with all this?
Because I knew you wouldn't. In my 4 years of knowing you, I've heard you talk about your dad half a dozen times, maybe. You've buried what happened, but at the same time, you decide to dedicate your life to studying the supernatural.
I don't study the supernatural, Vipin. I study reports of the supernatural. I study stories about the supernatural. It's a very different thing.
And then you decide to spend the next few years writing a book on the area that took your dad away from you.
Oh my God. Right now, I am so regretting recommending that graduate psychology class to you.
Professor, I'm serious.
Oh, serious about what? So there've been a couple of giant snakes, and Becker's found a lot of missing people. So what? What does that mean?
Do you think it's weird that your dad's badge was found in Freetown Forest when he went missing in Hockomock Swamp?
What?
This article. Right here. December 12th, 1980, police officer Thomas Bradshaw was last seen in Hockomock Swamp. Wait, did you not know that?
No. My mom always told me that he went missing in Freetown Forest.
It's possible the paper got it wrong. It's only one article and fake news and all.
Oh, God damn it.
What?
I think I need to go back and talk to Ann Becker.
Bradshaw,
Ann,
you came back.
can I come in? Where did my dad go missing?
November 15th, 1980, possibly late on the 16th. It's impossible to know for certain.
No, not when. Where?
Oh, that's one of the many things we don't know.
What the hell are you talking about? How can you not know where he went missing?
Isn't that sort of the whole point of missing? You don't know where a person is?
Oh, please don't be clever with me. You know what I mean. The two of you were investigating some cult?
Mm-hmm. The children of Tituba, yes.
The children of what? Like the Salem witch trials, like that Tituba?
Mm-hmm. A bunch of white hippies misinterpreting history and playing with things they couldn't possibly understand.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, God. Do you want some coffee?
Sure. Anne, are you supposed to have these?
What's that?
These old files. This is all police property, isn't it?
It's my property. The police closed the case and Thomas and I were the only ones working on it. I wrote all these files myself.
I'm not sure that's how it works.
Oh, so you're an expert on police protocol now?
How can you not know where my dad went missing?
Sit down. What do you know about your dad's case?
I know that he was investigating a satanic cult, the Children of Tituba, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And he went into Freetown Forest to catch them red-handed in a ritual and was never heard from again.
Well, that's one theory.
That's the theory.
We were investigating a cult. There had been reports of animal sacrifice and strange symbols in the woods. Pretty standard stuff for this part of the country. But then a kid went missing. A 12-year-old was camping with her Girl Scout troop in the forest, and when they woke up, she was gone. We searched the woods for hours and hours, deep into the night. I mean, have you ever been in Freetown Forest at night?
No, I haven't.
I wouldn't recommend it. People don't think of it as wilderness, but it is. Doesn't matter how many towns surround it, how much civilization has started to encroach on the forest, it's still untamed. There are some sections where the growth is so thick that you need a machete to cut through it. And that is what we did. That day and night, we were searching for the little girl. We tore the forest apart and nothing, not so much as a child's footprint.
Did you ever find her body?
She found us. She walked out of the forest the next morning like nothing had happened. Didn't remember a damn thing. Her family moved away. A little while after that, I guess the girl had nightmares about the forest, and they thought some distance might help.
Did it?
No idea. Moving someone from missing to found is usually the extent of my relationship with them.
So, you thought that the children of Tituba took the girl, did something to her?
That's what the masses wanted to believe, yeah. Children of Tituba weren't known to most people. Your father and I discovered them just before he went missing, but there was a religious group, the Gathering, still a bunch of white hippies, but less severe, mostly robes and chant circles, incense and crystals, that sort of thing. Seem harmless, but they weren't good Christians, so.
Not beloved in the community.
That is putting it mildly. For 2 or 3 years, they were active in this area. Everything got blamed on them, disappearances, theft, even a murder or two.
Giant snakes?
Hmm?
My TA dug up some old articles.
Oh, yeah. The papers love those, even if basilisks weren't the weirdest thing spotted in those years.
Boa constrictors.
Excuse me?
Not basilisks, boa constrictors. Basilisks are beasts of myth. These were.
So you think?
They're not even snakes. They're a lizard rooster hybrid, and so what happened with the Gathering?
Nothing. They eventually packed up and left.
And you never charged them with anything?
Well, they never committed any crimes as far as we could tell. You know, open flames in the woods, maybe some littering, but nothing worse than that.
This doesn't look like nothing.
This is all the information Thomas and I collected about the area. After you came by last night, I pulled it all out and, well, it's all the strange sightings, missing persons, unexplained phenomenon. The Gathering knew more about this stuff than most, and they led us to the children of Tituba, who, to the mob's credit, were Satanists, though not very effective ones.
What is an effective Satanist?
Well, one who fails to summon a demon and opens the gates to the underworld.
Right. Look, do you mind if I take some of these home? I've never actually, I don't know. I'd like to look them over.
Oh, yeah, be my guest. I have copies plus all the tapes.
Tapes?
Yeah, Thomas took notes that way sometimes.
Huh. I think I remember that. Him sitting at the kitchen table at night, speaking into a tape recorder. Huh. Do you can I take those too?
I kind of need them, but I can make you copies.
Thank you.
Okay. I do want to unpack a little bit there. So the start really kind of begins on how it kind of brings you back to how Jeremy was a little boy. He's in this forest all by himself. He's lost, but his father's trying to look for
And
him.
you hear the growl.
You heard the growl. You don't know what could be really there. And then he gets found by his dad, so he's fine. Then, technically, that was more of a nightmare towards Jeremy because he's thinking about his dad. He's thinking about what might have happened to his dad and as to why his badge was randomly found after all these years. So he goes back to Anne and gets more information. They talk a little bit more, almost like that they're partners in a way to find some answers. So he's kind of going to some digging and investigation that Anne couldn't really do it. I suspect Silver, her mom, is responsible for the police officers that. Huh?
Lol. That's funny.
You suspect me or my mother?
Server, what do you do?
What the actual hell?
Server, do you commit murder?
Why do you... Let me ask you this, Spooky. What makes you think that, Is because that we
Wait a minute.
live in...
Yeah, spooky. Huh? Are you trying to frame Silver about you killing someone? Hmm?
You
Hmm.
got you there. Damn. I don't hear the... Excuse me. First of all, I ain't a fucking witch and I don't do cult shit, neither does my mother. So, if you have proof, prove it then. That's all I can tell you. If you got some proof, then prove it. If you think...
Motherfucker, spooky. If you try to blame someone of you commit murder, please think of a good idea to plan you commit murder. Yes, Silver is a witch, but spooky, you pretty sus over my end. I know you're the one who might kill people.
You have suspicions? Uh-huh. I
Mm-hmm.
highly doubt on the proof that you have is very tolerable and provable because it ain't fucking true. Well, for me and my mother, like I said, these stories are based on true stories, but it has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with my mother. So, fuck you, not in that way. Smart ass.
Spooky, you be ashamed of yourself.
I would love to see some evidence coming from you.
Wait a minute, yeah. Where's your evidence, Spooky?
Are you sure you're not the one that's doing it?
But me?
Someday you'll show yourself. Someday you will. I know it.
Just we had to wait till then.
Uh-huh. You just have to sit and wait, really.
You shame yourself. Blame for silver action.
I'm
not
not
next door neighbor.
I don't live near police officers. The fuck you on about? I have suspicions. I would like to hide my egg in.
Big Ed. 1, I'm a male. 2, are you a fucking xenomorph? From Alien vs. Predator, you motherfucker.
Oh, this is entertainment.
And 2, I'm kind of curious what the alien youngling gonna look like. I come out to a dragon. Does the xenomorph look like a dragon or a father? You disgusting piece of twat. And rent. Disgust me.
This is just straight fucking entertainment right now. I don't know. Are you sure you don't live near a police officer this spooky?
Spooky, do you kill someone and have the body next to the police officer station? Spooky. Who do you kill? I want to hear the answer, young man.
Don't go in the woods with silver is all I'm saying. Excuse me?
Wait. Server? What do you do? Now we need a witch trial. Spooky and Civil, get you guys over here. We're gonna do a witch trial.
What makes you fucking think about that, there, sir? Spooky is a stand-up gentleman.
I call that bullshit. I call that bullshit. I want proof, motherfuckers. I want proof right now.
Where the fuck is your evidence?
Where's my proof?
Jesus Christ, I'm gonna continue this fucking episode.
But that stack of files there, those were all written by Thomas. He would copy over all of his audio onto the official reports. We still handwrote most things back then. You're welcome to them. I got plenty of photocopies.
Yeah, I see that. I write my capital B's in the same way. I didn't even realize I was copying him.
Well, you know what? That is a plenty of sitting around for one morning. Come on.
What?
What? We're going into the forest. We're going to find out who or what dug up Thomas's badge.
Meet Miko Mini, the AI-powered robot that's redefining if you're steered away from the
Have you spent much time in these woods?
Some. Yeah, actually a fair deal. My dad and I would take hikes every Saturday.
I meant as an adult. I remember the hikes you and your dad took.
So you guys were close, huh?
We got along. We both thought that there was more to this forest, more to this whole area than most people wanted to believe.
No, my dad didn't believe in all that nonsense. Trust me.
You were a child. You think he was going to tell you about the monsters in the woods? Why are you doing this, Jeremy? Why'd you come back to see me?
My TA, his name is Vipin. Those articles he dug up, one mentioned that my dad went missing in Hockomock Swamp, and I'd always been told that Freetown Forest was the last place that he'd been seen, and I guess I just want to know the truth.
The truth is, we don't know. Hockomock and Freetown were the two hot spots at the time, and they still are. But, we didn't have jurisdiction in Hockomock. Didn't stop us from looking, though, and we scoured both areas and found nothing. Without concrete evidence, the rumor mill spun whatever was most interesting at the moment. And I wouldn't believe a thing that you read in those old papers.
I see.
Why didn't you wonder about all of this until now?
What's the use of wondering? My dad's gone and he's never coming back. Nothing's going to change that, especially crazy theories about monsters in haunted woods.
Such a strange perspective for a folklore professor.
No, on the contrary, I think it's the only perspective for someone like me. If I actually believed in this stuff, I would not be able to look at it academically.
Academics, yeah, because that saves so many lives. All right, look at that academically.
Okay. Well, they were carved recently. They look fresh.
Mm-hmm. Do you recognize them?
I have to say, stone carvings are pretty standard in my line of work, and in this area in particular, but no, not immediately. I'll have Vipin start to look them up.
Man, would have been really nice to have that in my day.
I'm pretty sure they had cameras in the 1970s.
All right, smartass. We did, but we couldn't instantly send them to an assistant, Had to print them, do our own research.
I do my own research. In fact, my book, it has a whole chapter on rock carvings. Dighton rock being a feature, of course, but these are quite distinct from the usual North American petroglyphs. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, they look brand new.
I think they must be. I would guess that it's just teens having a laugh, but there is a pattern here, and this looks similar to the Wampanoag symbol for water, but...
What, and you think about 20 feet from where that badge was found?
How would you know exactly where it was found?
The way that rock is pointed, it might act like it's kind of a sundial. I bet you that it casts a shadow right here at a certain hour.
Okay, that seems like unnecessary speculation.
Okay. Well, you'll learn nothing counts as speculating out here.
I doubt the carvings have anything to do with the badge. There's petroglyphs all over this forest. And there's nothing else here. Look, I mean, if this were really where the badge was found, it could have easily washed up. It's actually much closer to the shore than I expected.
Right, because lake water really polishes metal and leather over 40 years.
Okay, do you see anything that suggests foul play?
Not yet, but that doesn't mean there isn't. We need to talk to those hikers.
Hey, look, I know you know all these folks, but just let me do the talking.
Mm-hmm. You worried they won't believe the crazy lady?
We actually don't need them to believe anything. We just need some names.
When we brought in that badge the other day, you spent 2 hours questioning us, and now you can't even listen to me?
Well, isn't that lucky?
It hasn't been 24 hours.
I know, but I'm worried about him.
You said he just moved here, right? He's probably just out exploring the area.
And what? He left his phone behind? He hasn't responded to a single text or call in 14 hours. I'm his only friend in this entire state, and I know
I'm
that—
sorry, miss. There's nothing we can do until 24 hours have passed. He's an adult. It isn't a crime for him to go off the grid for half a day.
He's been having nightmares since the other day when we found that badge.
What kind of nightmares?
Ms. Becker, this is a police matter.
Honey, I was a police officer longer than you've been alive.
My friend is missing.
He's not missing. He's been gone for a few hours.
Look, I know that there's a window. I know.
There's no window.
What?
He's telling you have to wait 24 hours?
Yes.
Officer McDermott, Correct me if I'm wrong, but Section 1, Chapter 38A of Massachusetts law states that acceptance of a missing persons report cannot be refused on any grounds, including the length of time an individual has been missing. Isn't that right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, why don't you go back to your desk and get a report started while I talk to this young woman? I'll send her right over once I'm done.
Miss Becker, I really can't let you interfere with police business.
Well, she's not a suspect, is she? We're just two civilians having a chat. Or I could go tell Captain Haddock that you were trying to get out of doing a little bit of paperwork.
I'll need your friend's information to file a report.
And I'll only keep her for a second.
Sure.
Wow. Thank you. That was...
Yeah, that was impressive. Although, so much for letting me do all the talking.
And how's your state law knowledge?
Okay, fair enough.
If you don't need to talk to me, I should probably...
Oh, actually, we did come here looking for you. You and your friend.
Daniel.
Right, Daniel. What's your name?
Katie.
I'm Jeremy. You found the police badge?
Yeah.
It was my father's.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's been gone a long time. What's happened with your friend?
I don't know. I've hiked in Freetown Forest hundreds of times and everything seemed fine. Yeah, it was a bit weird to find an old police badge, but it's not like they ever clean up the place.
So he didn't go missing when you were hiking?
No. He seemed totally fine, but then he calls me late last night at like 2 a.m. and he's either drunk or sleep crazed or I don't know what, because he was ranting about how something followed him back from the woods.
What do you mean something followed him?
Yeah. He's been having nightmares all night, every night since the hike. And then last night, he said he was dreaming about something following him, behind him, following in his footsteps. He said something about lights and quills. I don't know, it doesn't make sense. When he woke up, he was convinced that something was outside his window, something with quills. That's what he said. He just moved here from New York, and I know that things are a bit quieter than he's used to, but I was telling him about ghosts in the forest. I know I shouldn't have, but he's not like me. He doesn't believe in all this stuff, so I thought it would be fine.
It's not your fault if a creature followed him out of the forest.
There is no such thing as monsters.
No, I know that. I do, but there are spirits in that forest. I know there are, and I think maybe I made them angry. I really didn't mean to. Daniel doesn't believe, so there must have been something.
Does Daniel have any history of mental illness?
No, not that I know of. Listen, I'm really freaked out, so no offense, but I think I'm gonna go talk to the actual cops about this.
Of course. I hope you find your friend.
Thanks.
Katie, just one more thing. There was a rock near the lake. It had a bunch of symbols carved into it. Jeremy, can you...
Here. Did you happen to notice these?
No. I don't think so. There's lots of carvings in that part of the forest. The ledge is covered in them.
Right.
Here, this is my number. If you think of anything at all, you give me a call. I have a lot of experience with what can happen in the forest.
You mean the spirits?
Yeah. The police, they might not be able to help with whatever happened to your friend.
Yeah. If it really is spirits, then I have someone who... Thank you.
You should not have done that.
What?
Encouraging that girl's belief in ghosts in the woods, making her believe that her friend might be in danger.
Her friend might be in danger.
He is a young man who just moved to a new place and got spooked by some wilderness and police questioning. The children of Tituba didn't take him, okay?
Okay, all right. It's not the Satanists that I'm worried about.
Ugh. Okay, looks like I got to get back to my office. Fippin was able to identify a couple of the symbols carved into the rock.
Good, that's good. And I'll come with you. Compare it to our old notes, see if there's an overlap. I think it's happening again, Bradshaw. And it's not going to take more people this time. I won't let it.
I don't mean to be rude, Miss Becker, but I really don't think that we're on the same page here. It is clear that neither of those hikers know anything about how the badge got there. it really was just random coincidence, just like one of them being missing now is a coincidence. There's not some big conspiracy at work. Nothing is happening again because nothing happened the first time.
Just like your mother.
Excuse me?
Why come with me to the forest then? Why bother with any of this?
I really need to go.
No, Jeremy, you have to listen to me. Your father, he was worried that night, the last time that I saw him. He wasn't himself. I think he knew. I think he knew that something more was going on. Something had followed him too. And he's not the only one.
I'm sorry. I don't think I can help you.
If you are not careful, if you don't listen to me, it will get you too.
What will get me to? Huh? You don't even know what it is that you're afraid of, and fear for fear's sake is just not something that I'm interested in entertaining. Bye, Anne.
Whoa, sounds intense.
Yeah, it was. The look in her eyes, it's so odd. It was like one moment she's taking down a negligent cop several notches, and then the next she's gone completely tinfoil hat. Can I have the rice? I have to say, your text was perfectly timed. I just wanted out.
Yeah, I've helped a lot of friends on bad dates. Hey, I'm sorry. I couldn't figure out more. I think you're right. I think the Wampanoag symbol for water is in there, and then there's the Norse symbol for fire, but it seems to be an abstraction of the traditional Norse.
Weird that they're paired together.
And there's a few in here that look Japanese. They're definitely not Japanese characters, but
It's all too deliberate just to be random carvings, huh?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, thanks for trying all the same. I think we should do another survey of the petroglyphs in the area and just see if we can find any other fresh ones.
And I don't know, maybe look through some old files.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not sure why I took them, honestly. Sentimentality, maybe? I doubt there's going to be anything new here.
Yeah, maybe not, but retro photos.
Is that Assinet Ledge?
Sure is.
Oh my god.
God, doesn't it look exactly the same? There's less graffiti.
Yeah, you can see the carvings on the rock face pretty clearly. This is really great.
Professor?
Yeah.
Look, the pyramid rock by the lake, there's symbols on it.
What? Oh, huh. Maybe the old ones got weathered away and somebody went back and recarved them all?
But why? And why now? I mean, and if your dad was investigating this area and there were these symbols then, and now his badge shows up, and
Careful, Vipin. You are starting to sound an awful lot like Anne. I think that's enough for tonight. We should probably both get some sleep.
Professor.
If we get into this habit, we're both going to be dead before the book comes out.
Yeah, unless a giant snake gets us first.
Yeah, that could happen. You heading out?
I'm gonna stick around and get some thesis work done, if you don't mind.
No, of course not. My office is your office. Night, Vipin.
Night, Professor.
Professor Bradshaw.
Oh, gee.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to scare you.
It's okay. I'm a little jumpy. Fine.
Sorry, I was hoping to talk to you.
Okay. It's Officer Batista, right?
Yeah, but I'm not here in an official capacity. I'm off duty.
Okay. Can you tell me what this is about? Did you find the missing hiker?
No, not yet. We're organizing a search now. But I overheard your conversation with Katie and the symbols. Those rock carvings that you brought in. I know what they are.
Bridgewater was created
at Boost Mobile.
Okay. I think it's a good time to end it on the chapter 2 for today. And to respond to Spooky, you do
That was funny.
realize, you do realize that the Bridgewater Triangle is like really
A real
fucking
place.
close to where I am. If you look on the map here, I wonder if I can even do this. I'm just gonna start this real quick. If you want to start unpacking things, you can. Oh, if I can even. Can I zoom in? I guess I actually can. Kind of. I'm gonna share. This. So, I don't know if y'all can actually see that. But, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit closer here. So, it is near here. Growing up, I actually used to live in Bridgewater itself. I've been in Taunton a lot, been around in East Bridgewater a lot, in Easton, Brockton, Abington, and all that stuff. I'm a little bit far away from it, but I know about it a little bit more. This is Freetown. Freetown is all the way down here. Disappearances kind of connects to mostly to Freetown just because it is a big forest here. So the forest here is all of this. There's the water right here, and then there's all that land. So, for one, I don't know why you would think I would go into the forest by myself. Two, it's literally like near the highway. I'm not gonna freaking go on the highway just to go to Freetown. It's not, nah, just no. This is just, I mean, it's probably 10 times more bigger than this on in person than it is on as a photo. But this is what I mean by this is a big forest, and you also can easily get lost in there because you don't know your way out. You don't know where, what you're gonna fucking find. You don't even know which direction that you're gonna take when it comes to a big ass forest like that, let alone near water. And now, as you can see here, there's more than one area of water. So even if you do get lost and you're like, okay, let's just find this kind of water, you might end up over here. Or all the way over here at the bottom. Or maybe even on this side. Who fucking knows? But we have always been going past Freetown, just actually never been inside of Freetown, which I do not recommend because of some stories I've been told and I've been heard and some cold cases that's been going on. It's not worth it. because you may not know what's actually fucking in there. So there you go. At least you now have some visual on that kind of stuff there. The other part of it is that wolves and coyotes have specific instincts of if they start sniffing around in that area, they might oh, listen here, shithead. I actually do have an alibi. Why would
Hey,
I
Spooky,
go inside of
Spooky, I'm the judge here. You look guilty as hell. So shut your little spooky ass girl's mouth and let us finish our job. And then I will try to deal think of what to do with you.
damn?
Order the
Basically, what
court.
I'm
Order. Where's my gasoline sound effect? Son of a bitch. Anyway,
you
keep
don't
on.
have one. Basically, like I said, wolves, dogs, coyotes, they have their instincts of if they sniff around in that area, they have the instinct of like,
Leave.
should I go in there and find out, or should I leave because I feel like that there's something wrong and I'm scared? They're not gonna fucking go in there because of what shit has been going on. But there are probably some cases that they were probably in there but lost because they are drawn in. Maybe something drawn them into it, or they could always smell one thing. Who fucking knows? But as a person who knows about wolves, they have their ways, yes, but I highly doubt that they're ever gonna step foot in Freetown Forest like that. But if someone were to, I don't know, maybe find that kind of an animal, or a coyote, or even a dog, and they just dump it in Freetown Forest, then they have no other choice than to stay in Freetown Forest because they don't know where they are, but also they don't know where they're going. It's a big ass forest. You can easily get lost in something like that. You may never know what's in
And
there.
they did say the whole thing is overgrown. The whole thing
Mm-hmm.
is overgrown. Like so they did say she did say you had to use a machete to whack the tall grass to go through it. Even they said
Yep.
the little girl went in there, disappeared, is gone.
Yep.
That's kind of the same thing of the suicide forest. Like everything is overgrown. Like everything is all like dark and like spooky like example. But soon you go in there, you don't know where the hell you come enter from. But it's
Yep.
surprising because there's a park and many people can go in there and walk around. But they did say do not stay out nighttime. Like do not stay out too dark.
Mm-hmm. Because you don't know what comes out at night, basically.
Spooky shit. I don't want to go out.
Yep.
But the funny thing is, our plan is go there like first. Our like goes like evasion. We go there at night time, Silver. We're going to get murdered.
Listen, I do have a plan though. If we do go there at nighttime, we've got to have
A buddy.
something. Well, as far as like the trail goes, to make sure you get out the same way you came in, kind of thing.
Mhm.
So that's one of the key things in my case. Really, is if you're gonna fucking go hiking in a forest like that, you want a
Make
good
a plan.
fucking luck. Yeah, and to
Create a
make a
plan.
fucking plan.
Bats come at that time. Yes. Yes.
Yes, they do.
Wait a minute. Oh God.
What? I mean, there's bats. There might be some owls in there. There might be some,
But we are
you
thinking what
know,
inside of the
snakes in there.
forest.
Well,
I
yeah,
believe those snakes they are seeing is a different dimension creatures.
it's possible. I mean, you never know. I mean, hell,
Like,
yeah,
or
people have found some weird shit all over the fucking place. So, I don't know, but that's
there
all I
was
can really tell
one way
you.
good, about those giant snakes. No,
Mm-hmm.
three people see it as giant snakes. I don't know what location or where, but it was somewhere like we're full with snakes. No one can go to it. Like three military personnel see you know the story, did you? Do you know this?
Yes, but that's not why I'm looking up like that. If it's spooky, last comment.
Okay. I'm gonna finish this quick, and so we can, and like you can take the ledge. They were in a helicopter, and they see a giant ass snake, and they fly around once, 3 times, and 2 times, 3 times, and that makes up like, are we seeing this quickly? We are seeing a giant ass snake, and this thing heads went up and start striking at them. Like they had to move, like, and they take a picture of the snake. Nah, and all three of them they went back to the base, and all three of them said that we saw something, but we are scared. Nah, they all say the exact same thing. Then okay, do you take a picture at this? Nah, yes. Bats are just babies dragon, aren't they? Like, good question. How about you went in the forest and walk around? If you see a giant ass bat, let me know.
Oh shit.
They all couple big bats. They're called vampire bats, and some bats could get
Wow.
big, but um, half of them are extinct at this point because a lot of people do go for the forest and cut the trees down that destroy the caves.
Yeah, but I think the reason why that none of that has happened in Freetown Forest is because not only has a lot of shit happened to it,
It's too spooky.
um,
I do not
yeah,
want to know what
people are
happened. You cut down
fucking
one tree.
terrified.
No shit. I
You,
do not want to
you,
know.
you might get cursed. I don't know.
Cause yes, but if you see a giant, weird, creepy ass bear come out of the forest and growl at you,
Fuck that shit. Run in the other fucking direction. That's all I can
like,
say.
oh, see a snake, like, nah, came out of the darkness and just wrap around the whole equipment. No, fuck that. Break the window and run for it. If you see a fat man, put him down and run away. Nope, nope. Run for my life. Hey, I'm not wrong.
No, but I know more a little bit about it because, well, I live around it. So
Motherfucker, you say there's a bear in that forest. We need to have a talk about this hellhole because we are planning to go there.
I don't think a lot of wild animals would even dare to set foot in it. To be honest.
I feel like if they do go in there, I'd make them change. Like,
Well,
like,
no, I mean,
like,
if they do go in there, they might get fucking killed by whatever the fuck is actually in there.
I'm kind of interested of what else kind of creatures they're seeing. Like I do know they see wolf, snake, like flights, more, but I'm kind of curious.
I mean, I'm kind of curious on how the fuck people that are in cults, fucking actually get in there and get the fuck out alive.
I think they know the path. They know the way.
Yeah, fair
Like
enough.
no, they know the way. Is kind of the same way of a game. I did not play it. I did not even touch the game yet, but only see clips of it. Of like this game is Blair Witch. She control the Black Forest. Like this whole area, she control it.
Mm.
She can change like night to day. She can even change it wherever she wants.
Yeah, that's more of a witch would do that.
Witchcraft bullshit. But they did say
Yeah.
the character Dream said like last time he was with his father or last time he was there it was not in like daytime, but it almost sound like the whole place sound like crickets or something like to like almost sound like nighttime. So my guess the forest have a different night time schedule and like change it like where it believed to trick like is prey or a creature have that ability to trick like is prey to think it is safe like come out of hiding or something.
I mean, I feel like if you step foot in Freetown and something and is really, really interested in you, you would be the one cursed with whatever the fuck, and it will lure you into Freetown like it's trying to possess you in some kind of way, and
I
you
feel
won't
like
be able to get
if
out.
an entity or something live in that forest
Mhm.
and picks you as a host, it probably would do many, many things. Like you heard a voice in there, or you saw your loved one enter it, or something. But I think you want to
It's
pick
more voices, really, but yeah.
not more voices, but it's like everything this entity will try to get you into that woods and make you try to get you at nighttime or something. Because the if I could do anything with that flow, I would be a bat and come swarm after you.
What
If
the
you're a
fuck?
bat, I think you're taking drugs. Are you taking
If
drugs?
if I could be anything in the world that flew, I would be a bat and come swooping after you. And if the last time you were here things were a bit askew, well, you know what happens after dark. First of all, that kind of rhymed. I don't know if you're trying to write a fucking poem, but the fuck?
I feel like he says create a poem to pick up a girl. Are you sure you try to make this in the one way? Like, excuse me, we're talking about creepy shit. And one, if you become a bat, you be screwed. There's predators outside, owls, like creatures will eat bats, kind of way. So you're screwed.
I mean, would owls really bats though?
Yes, actually, I do. Look at one
Interesting.
species of owl, but yeah.
Well, I mean, I have really nothing else to really see at that point. So,
So this be it. See you on
I'm
Monday.
telling Yep, until next Monday. Sammy, I don't know if Sammy is still out there. Sammy, are you still out there?
Hold on. We need to create a summon as well. Sammy, we summon thee to appear to our chat and say, "What's up, y'all?" We summoned thee to appear in the chat room. I think he's dead. Well, shit.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
Well, shit, he's dead.
He's
Anyway.
not dead.
I called dibs on his kidney.
What the fuck? Oh god. Alright. After all that weird shit, fucking spooky. I suppose I'm gonna call it a night, or call this stream a day, where the fuck.
We see you
At
guys
some
next
point,
week.
oh my god, at some point, I will be doing a live taste testing stream with Sammy, trying Australian snacks and a little trick from Sammy himself. Now, mind you, he chose these, so
For
this
her.
is gonna be interesting.
So
Yeah,
make
for
sure you
me.
grab videos, folks. Or else you will make the funniest faces. I cannot be there because I'm gonna be busy, but send it to Discord so I can die of laughter.
Oh boy.
And look, she's
Alright.
so sleepy.
Shut
She's
the
so
fuck up.